Hello everybody, welcome to yet another trading week. Well, it promises to be a very busy trading week. From what I can see from the economic calendar, it's actually going to be a very serious trading week for most traders. Some will lose money and some will make money, all right? And for us, we want to be on the side where we'll be making money for this upcoming trading week. Without wasting much of your time, let's look into the Forex Factory economic calendar to see those high impact news announcements scheduled for this upcoming trading week. And as you can see, we have quite a lot, all right, a lot of high impact news announcements for this trading week. So you can see them, quite a number of them. And ultimately, this is the NFP week, all right. The NFP week affecting the Canadian dollar and the American dollar. So it's really going to be a very busy trading week with all of these high impact news announcements lined up from Friday to from Tuesday to Friday. Quite a lot, all right. Interest rate announcement. You will see interest rate from the Australian dollar. Okay. Employment data, all right. A heavy one again right here. You will see again interest rate from the sterling pound axis, all right. So this week is going to be a volatile one. Okay, all right, so let's look into a few pairs. Like I said, I really don't want to waste your time, so I'm just going to hit the nail straight on the head so we can have our various times. I'll just show you in brief what I am following. This is the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen in the daily time frame. Now let's see what the hinge side oracle indicator has. What is it saying about this pair in the daily time frame? Let's just see. Okay, all right, so we have 80% correlation there, right? 80% right there, and the projection is that price is going to move to the downside in 168 pips. Let me bring this closer so you can see that. Okay, all right, I'm sure you can see those numbers right there now. Okay, that price will move in 168 pips to the downside. I think that is the projection we are seeing right there. So we are expecting price to maybe push to the downside again in the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. So having this insight on this pair, then we should be searching for short opportunities with our trading strategy. Let's see the the Forex time frame. Now this is what I am following the Forex time frame. You can see that price has been in a downward movement. Okay, it has been trending to the downside, so overall direction is to the downside. Now if you look very closely into this pair, you will see that price, let me apply the shape. You will see how price was finding support right around that area. Okay, all right, so price was finding support just there, support, and eventually it broke to the downside. Again, we're having that lower swing high. Okay, lower swing high. So if I am to keep my levels, I will want to maintain this one right there, then another one here right there. Okay, so we have a flat bottom triangle, that price has now given way. So as price action traders, we will need to wait for price to come back to retest that area that was acting as support. All right, so we may find resistance to now come back down again. All right, so this is the price pattern that I am following in this pair, the New Zealand dollar against Japanese yen. Like I said, you need to follow your strategy. Okay, we know what to see around this area to trigger our entry. It doesn't mean that once price comes here you click on your sell button. Well, if you do that, You may be gambling, all right, you may be gambling. For us, we want to see certain specific price action around that area before we can click on our sell button. If we don't see it, well, and price doesn't give us, regardless of what happens, whether it moves to the downside or to the upside, we will not get involved in that trade. All right, there are specific price patterns that we want to see before we can get involved in that trade. So ultimately, this is what we are following. We are waiting for price to make that pullback, then we can find our short entries. All right, so the next one is the Australian dollar against the American dollar. You can see that nice move to the downside for last week. Well, most pairs made such nice moves to in their various directions, but majority of them were straight movements. Okay, so not much of opportunities at any rate, but then they are creating very high quality opportunities in the future. Now, what are we following in the Australian dollar against the American dollar? Well, I just want to show you that price has moved away from a problematic zone where we have support there, support right there. Okay, well, even though it has breached this one here, we will only keep this level. Don't need to waste much of your time. All right, so okay, so we will only keep this level where we found support, all right, before price made the breakout. So as price action traders, we know the direction has been to the downside, and so we will want to see that price comes back around that area where we have been finding as where price has been acting as support. All right, remember, former support once broken will now becomes what? Resistance. So if we get that pullback to that zone, we want to see those specific price action for us to go short. Okay, if you are a member of our VIP trading room, of course, once we get that hint to go short, we'll send the signal out and we'll all make money from there. All right, you don't take blind entries. Don't rely on this on the information that once price moves here, you are very certain that it will pull to the downside, and so you click on your sell button. There are very specific price actions we want to see around that area for us to go short. So ultimately, we are bearish in the Australian dollar against the American dollar, waiting for price to make that pullback. Then we'll search for our entry. If we don't see any valid entry, then we will not be taking the trade. But once we find the valid entry, of course, trust me, we will hit on our sell button and go back again in another swing. Okay, let's take the most interesting pair that we are following right here, and I am sure we are going to be finding an entry as soon as the market opens for this week. Quite a high quality setup, one that I must not miss. All right, so let's take that one right now. Well, I have been over the Japanese yen for quite some weeks now. I have been following the Japanese yen crosses, especially the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. In this pair, I have been ultimately bearish. I have analyzed this pair over and over. All right, first let's look at the hindsight oracle indicator for this pair in the forward time frame. Let's see. Inside oracle indicator, we, like I said, we're looking for opportunities to go short. We have just a minute. Okay, we have 75% correlation right there, which is excellent. All right, and then we are seeing that price will move down in 264 pips. Okay, 264 pips. That is the projection right there. That is the forecast. The indicator is telling us the price is likely going to push the downside in 264 pips, and we're expecting that movement to happen right from here. Okay, even if you go to the daily time frame, where we still have 75% correlation, and the projection is that price is going to move in 276 pips, all right, to the downside. 276 pips. That is what we are expecting. So we should be searching for short opportunities with our trading strategies. So in the forward time frame, I am liking it that this rising line right here has been broken. Okay, that rising line has been broken. So we will begin to search for our short opportunities. If we find price come all the way to somewhere in here, we will look for specific price action to see how we can ride it back down. All right, back down, the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. So this is what we are following. Hopefully we will find the entry. All right, so we have now come to the end of this review. There are more interesting opportunities coming in the future, especially with this high impact news announcement scheduled for the week. Please, to encourage this service, kindly, okay, I appeal to you, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, make your comments, just to keep the channel active, and so we can also be encouraged to make more interesting videos for you. Thanks for following us. Thanks for watching. I am wishing you a profitable trading week ahead. Bye bye.